Hello, magical gangsters. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to another edition of Gangster Magician Tarot, where I'll be your host, the Gangster Magician himself. And I welcome you. I welcome all my new subscribers. I welcome everybody because you are the best. You are what makes me want to do this. You're what makes me consistent. You're the ones why I do it for. Okay, we're going to get to that next level very soon. Very, very quickly, I believe. Seems like we're getting there pretty quickly. So I'm very grateful for that. And the way to maintain that is to keep putting out quality content and everything will work out. That's all you can do. At the end of the day, what's meant to be will always be. Okay? That is what I say. Alright? And I Angel Michael agrees with me, my main man, my co-host, DJ AAM, brother. He is in the house. He is running the show. He's got the own band up there, brother. The show is going. We love him. He's the best. He's our favorite, brother. Yeah, we'll sell like the cards. We know. He says, sell like the cards. He says, because, there's heartbroken people out there. They're very heartbroken over, your return to glory here. Everybody's a little aggravated about it. But don't worry, Page of Pentacles. You manifested this financial opportunity. So what else can you say, brother? Let them be heartbroken. Go fuck themselves. We don't care. Okay, because you are the one who brings the fun, because you are the sun. That is the whole reason why you're in the situation you're in, because you stayed positive. You were willing to stay positive, Page of Cups, and that is why creative opportunities and intuitive messages and new love are headed your way, because of your positivity. Because if you didn't remain positive, then stayed negative, you wouldn't even be here right now. Who knows where the fuck you would be, what you'd be doing right now if you stayed negative, if you, say you were, gave up with what you were doing. You didn't want to, be who you are. So, no, we always have our trusty black tourmaline here. Okay, protect us from them demon spirits. Because we're wonderful wizards over here. And then we also have our red jasper, a little luck. Okay, and of course, our selenite wand. Okay, because this is what we love. We love to, with this, almost might be on my back, but I had a couple things going there. So enough with the tricks. Okay, I am a magician, for God's sakes, though. I can't help myself. Sometimes I just cannot help myself. But now I can. I'm back on track. Let's get the overall energy here. Let's see what we're working with. See what kind of stories we got here. Who's coming up against you? Who's trying to steal from you? Who's trying to discredit you? Who are we working with here? Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? Is it going to be lovely? Who knows? Let's see. Okay, and it says Four of Swords in reverse. Okay, so there's some burnt out, exhausted people here trying to come up against you. Okay, and that tells me everything I need to know. They're burnt out and exhausted because they tried to come up against you and they were unsuccessful. Okay, because two of wands, whatever, your plans, your progress, you're moving along, okay? These people were unable to stop that, all right? They were unable to stop your plans. They tried to derail you right at the beginning, okay? But maybe they knocked you off the road. But you went, you fixed yourself up, you fixed your car, you said, all right, I'm back on my way, all right? And you left these people behind, and they just kept trying to come after you. But now, they're burnt out and exhausted, okay? And they don't like the way they feel. They do not feel the way they like. Okay, because you know why they don't like the way they feel? Because they lack temperance, okay, unlike you. Okay, these people are very unbalanced, okay, because what they were doing clearly shows that, okay, because regular people don't do what these people do. You don't attack people so they don't get stuff, okay? These people are losing all their blessings now because they didn't want you to have anything. Okay, isn't that something else? Because you know why? You always had this long-term view, so it didn't really matter what these people said, what they did, how they blocked you, how they stopped you. It wasn't ever going to affect you because you were always going to come out on top in the end anyway, okay? Because you had a long-term view. You work hard, you're perseverant, you were not going to give up, okay? These people did not see that coming. They thought they were going to just knock you right down, you were never going to get up. But when you got getting up, the eyes get big. The mouths hit the floor. All the laughter stops. And now, everybody's exhausted, burnt out, and lack temperance who came up against you. Isn't that ironic, don't you think? Okay, because again, Two of Wands, that was just under the deck because they tried to, at the end of the day, affect what you're playing here, okay? They thought they were going to stop you, derail you from the beginning. They thought they were going to take your progress away from you, okay? So that didn't happen because you're clearly at a Three of Wands right now. You're clearly put your action plan into place, okay? And you're headed right towards your Four of Wands. So nobody's going to tell us that that's not happening, okay? Because it's clear as day being seen. And this Two of Wands confirms that because that was another short for you. You're welcome. Okay, because here we go, brother, because you are the one who is the wish come true. That is why nothing was able to stop you. Nobody could stop you. Okay, because you have this Ace of Cups coming. You already build your foundation on the Ten of Cups, and that leads you to the abundance of the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, that's exactly what you're doing. You were always aware that it was about the cup. Okay, you always knew the cups were going to create the pentacles. These people, they didn't see this. The thing is, your enemies, they cannot feel love. They cannot feel the cups. They don't want to love. They don't. That's what they hate about you, because you can feel all that. Okay, so that's why they wanted to skip over that, jump on your shoulder, and just jump to the Ten of Pentacles, and leave you in the dirt. That was basically what their plan was, and then they were going to just take whatever credit for whatever you did. That's pretty much their plan here. But it doesn't matter what they do, because you'll always come back, brother. You are the Undertaker. You're going to keep getting that up. Nobody's going to keep you down. All right? Because you're too damn brave, Nine of Wands. Okay? Nobody can keep down somebody who's brave and courageous. Okay? Especially somebody who's brave and courageous who won't give up. Okay? Especially. Okay? Because you stood your ground here. Okay? You said, ain't nobody taking our stuff. Okay? Maybe in the past you might have got away with it, but that was behind when we didn't know what was going on. Okay? But now that we know what's going on and the playing field is leveled, these people now are burnt out and exhausted because they can't keep up with you. Okay, you know why they can't keep up with you? Because Knight of Swords, you're too action-orientated. Okay, you're too ambitious. You're too driven to succeed. They couldn't stop this, plan that you had, this Two of Wands. Okay, they couldn't. Okay, now they're coming off very unbalanced while you're coming off very brave. Okay, so you're actually brave and balanced. Okay, but these people, on the other hand, they are not any of that. Okay, they're cowards and unbalanced cowards. That's all they are, who are burnt out and exhausted. That is all they are. Okay, it's all everywhere. But now it's publicly being seen here. Okay, people are seeing exactly what you endured, and they didn't like it. They don't like what they see. Okay, they don't like what this Empress in reverse character tried to do to you. Okay, they don't like how this person thought that they were gonna come replace you, destiny swap with you, steal your karmic counterpart, do whatever the fuck they thought they were gonna do. At the end of the day, they did none of that. Okay, they may have temporarily got away with this, but you knew. You let them get away with it because you knew you were going to call the energy back. So you let them build, and now it makes the story that much better, okay? They thought that you were going to be crying. They thought I can't believe this Empress took my life from me. That's what they wanted. They wanted you to be sitting there, all fucked up, all homeless, looking at them, saying, man, I can't believe this, and just so jealous of them. No. Obviously, you must have us mixed up with somebody because we know are like that, okay? We are magical gangsters here, for God's sakes. We are, a Gangster Magician. We don't get jealous of Empress reverses. We don't give a fuck what you have, okay? Because we know who we are. And we knew as soon as we clear back the energy, look at you now. Empress in reverse, they are being seen, okay? While you, clear as day, are being seen as this Queen of Wands, as you always have been, okay? People love the way you look. They say this is the DM's favorite energy of you. They say it's so sexy. They love it. They love it. They love it, okay? This is what they tried to use against you. Okay, they tried to say that the DM was being, at the time, too lustful with you. Okay, it was all about your looks that was getting. It was, that you're really not like who you're presenting yourself to be. Okay, you're just you're whatever it is. You're a con artist. You're a scammer. You're this. At the end of the day, this is exactly what this person that was recommended to them turned out to be. Okay, because that's exactly what they wanted them to be. Because this Empress reverse was able to be controlled by the King of Swords reverse and the matriarch. And the matriarchs knew, and the King of Swords knew, that they could not control a collective divine feminine. They knew they could not control you. Okay, and that's why they wanted you going, because they knew that you were bringing this King of Cups to the next level with you, okay? And when I say the next level, I mean the next level emotionally, because this person did lack a lot of emotional intelligence. But at the end of the day, you were getting to the level to where they were able to stick up for themselves, okay? And they wouldn't have to answer to these matriarch, King of Swords reverse. And that was to the detriment. They didn't like that King of Swords reverse and this matriarch. They didn't like the fact that you were, taking this King of Cups and making him become more independent, because they felt that they could no longer control them with you there, because you wouldn't allow it, because you could see through their bullshit. So they knew the best part was to come up with a thing to discredit you, make you look bad, go behind your back, get all these people involved, get your family involved, get whoever the fuck they can involved, okay? Throw money at all types of different people at the first. Bribe all types of stuff, figuring that you'll never come back. But now you're back, and it's like, oh yeah, so what happened? Remember me? Remember me? That's all you gotta say. And they remember you. Trust me when I tell you. These people know exactly who the fuck you are. okay, Page of Wands, because they know you're an inspiration, okay? They know you have this limitless potential. They see that you're a free spirit. You're a very exciting individual, okay? Very exciting and brave, okay? With limitless potential. That is for sure. And you have your action plan here, okay? And it's put in play right now. You have everything in motion because whatever Five of Wands, whatever rivalry, whatever conflict, whatever disagreement, strife, or tension these people wanted with you, this Empress Universe and company, okay, they no longer are going to be able to continue because they are Four Swords reversed, exhausted and burnt out, and are coming off unbalanced, okay, coming off doing, there's a lot of overindulgence here. There's a lot of, it seems like there's some alcoholism and addiction things going on here. So people are self-medicating because they know they're about to lose big time, okay, big time. All right, with the Five of Wands, because there's a lot of conflict amongst themselves now, that is. One time they had it with you, but now they're all turning on each other. I mean, what else would happen with a unbalanced, unbalanced, burnt out, exhausted group of people here? What else would you expect? Okay, and that's exactly what else would you expect. There's another one. Five of Wands, brother, just under the deck, okay? So, these people, that's all they got coming their way. Conflict, strife, tension, fucking disagreements. That's two, all right, in 10 minutes, all right? So that's fucking amazing. So just imagine, whatever it is, it doesn't make a difference because this Empress is finished. There was no rivalry with you, okay? So if this person thought that they were going to come up against you or beat you, this was like you being the New York Yankees and this being a minor league baseball team. It's like, you're not going to come in here and like challenge us. This is what they thought, like they're going to have a rivalry, like they were going to be the Red Sox or something. No. You're a minor league nothing. Okay, now get the fuck out of here before we make an example out of you. Okay, because you know nothing. Because that's what they try to say, that they could recreate all the love, but they knew nothing. Six of Cups about unconditional love. They didn't know anything about it. Okay, they may have been able to fake it at the beginning. Anybody could fake it at the beginning. Anybody can tell you what you want to hear, especially if somebody, wants to believe something, or if somebody, doesn't have the intuition you do, okay? Of course, somebody's going to tell you everything you want to hear, especially when they're put up to it and they're given all the information about what this person wanted, okay? Because they knew that they wanted you, so this person did everything in their power, this Empress reverse, to, mimic how you are, okay? Carry themselves like you, because they knew this person studied you, okay? They didn't think you were, they had your energy for a bit when you were down, when you were out, when you were, depressed. They had it, but it don't make a difference because it's yours and you called it back. I call back my energy and my power from this Empress is all you had to say, reverse. I call back my energy and my power from this Empress in reverse, okay? And what happens? They be seen exactly as who they are, okay? And you're seen as a fucking Empress, High Priestess, Magician, because that is your energy. These people are jealous of that. It's very, very desired energy you have. Trust me. Okay, and this is why these people are coming off the Sun reverse. Why they're coming off so negative. Okay, they're very, very unhappy over there. Okay, they're depressed. They're sad. They're coming off very smug and careless mistakes they're making. Very arrogant individuals. These Empress and reverse people. Okay, because they clear as day see that you're a Nine of Pentacles. They already know that. They already know that you're self-sufficient. You don't need anybody. You're a Queen of Pentacles. And you have this Ace of Pentacles coming right towards you. Okay? Several readings ago that happened. That was another short a long time ago. But just know that is what's coming to you. Okay? This is a financial opportunity. This is what's going to bring your Ten of Pentacles. This will get you to the next level. Okay? Yes, it's great to be a Nine of Pentacles. Yes, absolutely. 100%. But when you come together with the right person and they have the Ace of Pentacles, that does create the Ten of Pentacles, whether it's a business situation or it could be love built on a Ten of Cups getting you there. So it doesn't matter. Either way, it's going to matter. You're gonna be doing what you love with the person you love. Sounds like a good time to me. Wouldn't you concur with that, Doctor? I do. Okay. So just know, I know that's like a dream come true for me, at least. Doing what you love with the person you love. Sounds like fun to me. Okay, and that's a good wish. Okay, so that wish is gonna come true for you. Trust me when I tell you. Because why wouldn't it? Okay, because you know why? Because Eight of Pentacles. Why wouldn't it? Because you're too determined to master your skill. Okay, you love this. Okay, so you will only do in the Eight of Pentacles. You would only be an apprentice of something that you love. Okay. Of two master wizards, perhaps, okay? But just know you have very high standards over here. You're mastering your skill. You're completely doing repetitive tasks to be the best you can be, okay? And you're very, very consistent, and you are responsible. So, of course, you're going to get to what you want. What you're gonna have what you want, okay? Because you are making it happen. You're manifesting it, and this is all to the chagrin of this Empress in reverse, who's in this Five of Cups. Now they're all regretful. Okay, they don't know what to do. They didn't see this coming. They never seen this far. Okay, now they're all crying, Sun in reverse. They're all depressed. This very negative Empress over here is burnt out and exhausted. Empress in reverse, okay, Four of Swords in reverse. Okay, they're lacking balance. They're overindulgent, Temperance in reverse, and they have all this Five of Wands conflict around them. Yeah, all because of you and your hardworking, mastery of skill, your action plan, your bravery, okay, and, you being this inspiration and limitless potential, okay, because people clear as day see that. And this person thought that they were going to be this, and that you were going to be this. No, that's what a projection is. What they try to project it onto you, okay? This is why you have protection, okay? You have protection in place for this type of stuff. When that happens, it may hit you temporarily, but it's always going to come back and hit this person 10 times more because this person created that energy, okay? So the energy has to be balanced, okay? And they have to experience exactly what they wanted you to experience, especially when you're protected, especially when you're a chosen earth angel. And that is who you are, and that is what you are, because you are the best, and I love you, okay? And so does Archangel Michael, he says. Okay, you know who else loves you very much? You want to know, besides me and Archangel Michael? This King of Pentacles of choice, okay? Because they know you are the amazing one. You're the one with the limitless potential. They always wanted to be this. It's your counterpart, brother. Come on. This is the King of Cups, King of Cups, King of Pentacles thing. They've been in this King of Pentacles lately, okay? So they're using their business sense here. They know what they're trying to put something together. This is why they want to have a project. This is who's going to bring you the Ace of Pentacles, okay? This is who you're going to be You're going to be doing what you love with the person you love, and that's this King of Pentacles, okay? And they will get you there because they have the Pentacles to get you started and make things easier for you, okay? And who's this King of Pentacles going to bring with them? Who do they want? Who do they want to do this project with? You, of course, the Queen of Cups, okay? Everybody could see that. It's very clear. People could see that you are the one everybody is here to see, okay? Because you're a very lovely individual. Okay, you're very nurturing. You make people feel happy, and and you're this King of Pentacles happiness, okay? They love you, and they know they know you're the best. They love you. They always knew it, okay? But now think about it. If this person chose you, maybe you had a little issue with this person, but say they chose you right at the beginning. Like I stated this many times before, what if they chose this at the very beginning? Okay, and you never became who you are now, okay? You would always be playing second fiddle to this person. At least now you're an equal. I mean, I don't know. Like I always say, you gotta look at it from the perspective, okay? Because a lot of these people, they could have done everything good for you, and you would not be where you are, okay? Because it's like all that bad stuff is the reason why you are the way you are now, okay? So it's almost like, why even focus on it? It's almost like, thank these people, thank you, because all the hard part's over. It's over now. They got you to where you survived it. You survived the hard part. It was supposed to bring you down. You're supposed to be destroyed. Now you're exactly where you're going to be, okay? Because, Six of Swords, you're leaving us all behind. Whatever this nonsense anybody tried to do to you, anybody tried to hurt you, anybody tried to act any kind of way, it doesn't make a difference because you outlasted it, you survived it, and Six of Swords, you're clearly leaving it behind. Because you know why you're clearly leaving it behind? Because you got your King of Pentacles here, okay? That's bringing you this Ace of Pentacles, that you're going to do what you love with this person and be with them because they are the ones you love, because that is why you're this Two of Cups, okay? So that is how things are going to end for you and this King of Pentacles. This is all you ever cared about at the end of the day, this Two of Cups, okay? And then it's going to be a business venture involved with it to add to it, to make it that much fun, okay? So you're going to be doing what you love with the person you love, okay? And you clearly have that plan in place here, Two of Wands, okay? You're clearly Page of Wands and inspiration. You're clearly Eight of Pentacles working there, okay? You're clearly mastering your craft. And, Six of Swords, you're leaving everything else behind while being very brave and courageous. And that is very, very attractive to this King of Pentacles, and that is why this Two of Cups is here, and this Empress in reverse is lacking balance, and they are losing their fucking mind, and there's conflict all around, especially for whoever, recommended this person. Whoever supported this person, whoever listened to this person, they're all in chaos now. And this King of Pentacles is not even looking because they don't care, because all they are is smitten with you, this Queen of Cups, okay? So I'll end that read on that because what else can I do? What else can I tell you? Well, let's get some confirmation here, brother, okay? See what we're working with. I'm pretty happy here. I enjoy this. I really do. I enjoy spending time with you guys. I really do. Thank you. Thanks for having me. I really do. You're a very good host. Very, very, wouldn't you agree, Archangel Michael? He said, yes, yes. He said, oh, you know, you didn't spray any love out there. He said, it's all for you. You got to receive this love, brothers, 2 of Cups. He said, it's coming to you. He said, it's always coming to you. It's always going to be coming to you. Nobody was ever going to stop you. I don't know what cards I want to use. Yeah, I'll do this. I'll do these ones. Because I did the other 2, like the other way. And then I just did 1. I did a little different yesterday. I had to move a little fast on the 11 p.m. show. I had to, that's why it wasn't as long, but I thought I got my point across. But I only did it with the 1 card. So usually now I've been doing it with the, trying to do like 2 reads and then I get the confirmation. So I've been getting some pretty good confirmation, especially when it comes to that King of Wands. You know, if you go back and watch a couple of my videos or if you've been watching them, a lot of them are, you know, continuations of what's happening. And then especially when I do the, whatever the fuck it is, the confirmation of it, you know, confirmed or other reading, it comes out very accurate. I mean, I watched my videos and I compared them with other people's videos. Okay, and I'm very aware that the product that we have out here is better than what a lot of other people are offering, okay? And those people are trying to scam. There's a lot of scammers, okay? But it doesn't make a difference because we're right at the beginning, okay? We have close to 500. You guys are really, really, you're doing everything right. I love everything. It's great. You're doing great. I couldn't ask for better 500 first subscribers. I'm telling you right now, I'm so grateful for that. And I'm not even saying that as to be like, I'm very grateful for you. Thank you again. Okay, so let's get to this other read. So we have this, whatever, we'll get this confirmation now. See what works. Let's shuffle these. I think I did, right? I'm not sure. You know, you never know. You don't want to, you know, you like to show just how random tarot can be, okay? And that is clearly shown over and over. See, the thing about tarot is like, you don't choose to do tarot. Tarot chooses you to do it, okay? So that's why, you know, the people that do it that are, you know, good is because, you know, they never said, oh, I'm going to be a tarot reader. It's just something that, you know, you just got to, it's your niche. Okay, that's our niche, whatever that means, okay? So overall energy here for you, brother, okay? So you are the one who runs on this full energy, okay? You are the one with this universal energy. This is the main reason. People said you were a fool. They said you were silly. They said you didn't take things seriously. You were, you know, too much of a free spirit. You didn't, you were never going to succeed. You needed somebody to carry you. You needed, okay? But at the end of the day, all you needed to do was run on this energy, okay? And that's what you continue to run on because this is what we do. We run on 8th house energy, okay? I mean, full energy. I said us 8th house crew people, we run on full energy, okay? Because you can be, the universe does not like when people are being attacked in that energy because it's an innocent energy. It's the most innocent energy, most innocent and pure energy in the deck. And that's exactly what you are. The most innocent and pure energy while being a Queen of Cups. And people tried to attack you for that. Isn't that something? But they were demons, so what else do you expect? So what happened when these people try to attack you? Put you in hermit mode, okay? So that was able to, you know, really get into that full energy because you were able to become the best version of yourself because you didn't have to care what anybody thought. You didn't care what anybody did, anybody said, you just went into your thing and you said, I'm becoming the best version of myself. And when that happens, everything else is going to work out for you, okay? And I'm going to stay my innocent self. I'm not going to seek revenge. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that because that's not what you do. You let the universe handle all this, okay? Because they are handling it because you have been clearly attacked when you didn't deserve it, okay? And that's the reason why, you know, the universe has to balance itself out and these people have to pay the negative karma that you did nothing because you didn't even respond. You did not roll around the mud with these people. Not like you were like going back and doing spells with them and blah, blah. None of that happened. All you did was say, God, please protect me from this. Archangel Michael, please. And that's all they said. Absolutely. That's all you had to do. And then you got your energy back. Okay, and that's why 9 of Swords reversed, by that happening, fears have been released, okay? Deep-seated fears, okay? Perhaps maybe you had some deep-seated fears that, you know, you thought, you weren't good enough, or, whatever projections people put on there, to try to plug into your subconscious mind. So you did a lot of work in that hermit energy to get yourself to the right level, okay? So there's a lot of attacks on you, okay? Now, you don't have any negative thoughts. You don't have any negative fears, and this could also be your counterpart, too, because they had a lot of negative stuff towards them, okay? They had a lot of projections on them, okay? A lot of it was indirect on their part because they didn't see it, like, directly like you, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really make a difference, because Six of Cups, the unconditional love that you share with your counterpart, is always going to be the thing that helps release these negative fears. Because this is basically like releasing the devil here, okay? Because negative thoughts are demons, okay? So just know that that is all it comes down to. And now, the Fool energy, brother, is overwhelming the devil, okay? Because they don't know how to... They don't know how to upset this person, okay? That's the thing. See, the devil don't know how to get you rattled now. And when they can't get you to respond, they have no way to do anything to you, okay? So they need you to respond, and then that's how you always become your worst enemy. But if you don't do anything to anybody and you do everything right, nothing can happen to you. I'm telling you, all right? People just didn't want to believe. They didn't want to believe. But you know who always believed this? You. The Queen of Cups, of course, confirmation of that, okay? So that just shows that you are the one this King of Pentacles wants to bring, that Ace of Pentacles, that, have that Two of Cups, to be the one that, doing what you love with that person, with the person you love. Couldn't be any better for this Queen of Cups. Couldn't be any better, okay? Because realistically, the King of Pentacles is the one this Queen of Cups admires the most, okay? They do love their King of Cups, okay? But if they had to, they want the mixture, okay? And this is all, where's my things at? This is weird, because this shouldn't even have been here. Wow, because this is not even, the card shouldn't have been here, but look. At the bottom of the deck too, and it should have been in my other deck. The devil's here, brother, okay? This all to the chagrin of the devil, that you are going to be the one who, does this. They thought that they were going to come in there and sneak it, and then, pull that fast one on your DM, okay? They were going to be the ones who, they were, as soon as you were gone, they were going to end up, they would have left your DM behind. They would have took them for everything, if that was the plan. No, not happening. Okay, and that's why there's a Seven of Swords in reverse here. That's why they want to come clean now, okay? It's about time people started to come clean, because there's no other option, okay? Because their deep-seated fears have been released, okay? So they cannot use fear against you, this devil, and that's what they know they can't. So people have to come clean. That's their only way out. They don't want to take this they're not going down with this devil, okay? They're going to let the devil take the fall here. All right, because like I stated, brother, your wish come true. You are Nine of Cups. That's why you have this Ace of Cups coming to you. That's why you're a Queen of Cups. That's why you build your foundation on a Ten of Cups. It's all about the cups with you. Tell me it's not. I believe it is, okay? And then the Pentacles will come from that. It's all that matters, because unconditional love creates abundance. And that's what people got to get through their fucking head. And not think that they could just, come in there, use people, do this, do that. It's not right to do stuff like that to people. It's very, very wrong. And you have to pay for that when you do that. Okay, and you know why? Because whatever illusions with the moon were created about this Queen of Cups have clear as day been shattered, okay? Because like I stated before, Three of Wands, you already have your action plan into place, okay? You are already making something happen. You're building it. When you build it, they will come, and you are clear as day building it, and they are clear as day coming, okay? And this Queen of Cups is being seen as exactly what they always have been, their default, the Queen of Cups. And people like that, okay? They like to be around this person, okay? This person makes people feel good. Okay, this person's also an Empress, Magician, High Priestess. So just understand their default is the Queen of Cups. All right, Nine of Wands in reverse. Now this is causing a lot of paranoia over here. Okay, these people that want to come clean, they're very paranoid that these illusions have been shattered. Okay, because when the illusion shattered, that's when the paranoia. That's when they're not coming off very brave. They're coming off as a coward, because what they did was all behind your back. Okay, they did nothing to your face. They hoped that you never would figure this out, and then they were going to take whatever was meant for you. That was the plan. And they could say whatever the fuck they want. They could lie. They could stick whatever. We know what you did, okay? And you know what they did, okay? They can't defend themselves, all right? Just because you didn't see them actually do it, the fact is, they did it, okay? Everybody knows you did it. You know who else really knows they did it? This Emperor, of course, okay? Because they know that they don't like what this being happening here, okay? They don't like what they were seeing, okay? But they had to let these people hang themselves. They had to give them enough rope to hang themselves. There was nothing you could do. You couldn't have just went in there and said, oh, well, this one did this, and that. Because that's preposterous. We would never do anything like that to a Queen of Cups. We're good, hardworking, family men here. You know what I mean? But that fact is, it's like these are devilish motherfuckers that are probably like doing all types of weird ass shit in the fucking whatever the fuck they're doing, and trying to siphon the fucking Queen of Cup energy. This is what they're doing. But it's preposterous to think that they would do something like that. But that's why it's so difficult. You had to let them hang themselves, because they knew that the fact that it wasn't working on you and that you would continue to remain a Queen of Cups, they were going to keep trying. Okay, they weren't going to just stop. That's why you enduring all this and coming back and protecting yourself is the reason why these people are going down, because they're taking themselves out, because they know what you're doing is still a threat to them. You're still a threat to these people because you're still thriving. You're still desirable, okay? You still have emperors looking at you like they want to be with you, okay? So they didn't want this. You were not supposed to be desirable, because now your counterpart's going to see this if they haven't already, and they're going to be very, very much attracted to what they see with you, because they know what it is. These people try to say you weren't what you are, and now you're clear as day showing you are everything that you always said you were, okay? And you don't give a fuck who believes it now, because now it's fucking true as day. You don't even have to say it now. Actions speak louder than words, and your actions have spoke much louder than whatever words you said. And that's a fact, Jack. Okay, because whatever delays and standstills, this hangman in reverse, these people, they did not want to pause. They did not want to surrender. Did not want to look at things from another perspective. They thought that they were going to continue to do what they were doing this whole time. But at the end of the day, these people have been doing this pretty much their whole life. Think about this. They've been constantly doing what they're doing to you. They're getting away with it. Okay, no consequences out of this. Everybody else suffering the consequences of what these people are doing except them. Okay, and that's just them projecting off their karma, this and that. And they were, God lets you get away with it temporarily. Okay, but at the end of the day, they thought they were smarter than God. They thought they were smarter than the universe. They thought they could outrun karma. And they've gotten away with this with certain people. Certain people, they've actually projected and had people serve their karma, and they were able to somehow or another figure out how to do this. Okay, so that tells me that these fucking people have some type of knowledge that they've been abusing, and that is why it's all taking back. We're all taking back whatever binding spells they've had on DMs or anybody else. They're all going to be broke. Whatever binding spells these Queen of Wands reverse people did, whatever types of nonsense they got people stuck, all going to be broken as we speak, because it's very, very easy to do, and that is the perfect time to do it, is right now, okay? Because you know why it's perfect time? Because you are this magician. You're the one, okay? You're the Gangster Magician. You're magical gangsters, okay? You're able to turn nothing into something. That is the difference between you and these people. You could have nothing and turn that into something. These people cannot do that, okay? They cannot do that. The only way they can seem irrelevant is if they have more money than you. That's the only way. When they don't, they're nothing. They feel inferior. Because they are inferior. Okay, so they try to do it with the external ways. They try to beat you externally with like what they have. That's why they try to make it, that's how the measure of the man is what they have. That's not at all correct, okay? Doesn't matter, because anybody could fucking be a fucking whatever. These people, these are ruthless people that are willing to do anything for money, okay? So, of course, if you're willing to do anything for money, you're going to have a lot, I would assume, okay? That doesn't mean that you're a good person one bit. Well, does it? I don't think so. Okay, so whoever's ruthless for money, that's unfortunate. But you're going to lose it all. And you're going to have to deal with the Five of Pentacles, and, you're going to wish that you appreciated what you have. And, because you know why we're going to appreciate it. We have this Queen of Cups. You know why they're going to appreciate it? Because we know this is what we always wanted, and that's this Ten of Cups. That's why this Queen of Cups is so good at building this foundation on this Ten of Cups. Okay, that's why Seven of Swords people want to come clean, because they've never seen that happening. They're very paranoid, Nine of Wands, that these illusions, the moon in reverse, are being shattered. Okay, and now you releasing whatever deep-seated fears, this Nine of Swords in reverse, is causing people, they know they can't do anything. Okay, if you have no negative thoughts or no fear, the devil has no control over you. Okay, because you are remaining in this full energy. Okay, the devil has no combating against a full energy. Look at this guy. You think they don't even give a fuck. Devil could walk up and be like, listen, brother, I'm over here talking to the sun. I'm enjoying myself. We don't know why the sun's out at nighttime. We don't know, but he is. Okay, that's how we talk to the sun, because we do it in secret. We say, come on, we'll meet you at nighttime. They come out, we say, yo, what's up, brother? And we just, we just put our hands up. That's what this is. So I guess that's what a fool would do, okay? But I guess a foolish Queen of Cups with a Ten of Cups in reverse, seems like you don't have too many worries, okay? That's the reason. Not too many worries going on here. You know why? Because you also are this Queen of Wands. You also, this is the energy your counterpart finds the most sexy about you. They love it. I love it, love it. We've seen it come out earlier, okay? But like I said, you're always going to be in this energy. This is 100% of the time into this energy, okay? Mixed with whatever else you need at the time, okay? Because that's what you are. That's what you look. That's what you look like, okay? And that's what they use that against you. So you don't look like you're supposed to look, whatever that means, okay? And at the end of the day, it doesn't really make a difference what anybody says, because justice is here, and they said enough is enough, okay? They said, we have seen enough. We know who is who. We know what's going to happen here. We totally understand it, because the end result for these people from this justice is you, this Queen of Cups and this King of Pentacles, okay? Where's my thing at? Where is it? You and this King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, building your foundation on this Ten of Cups, okay, while doing what you love, being with the person you love, okay, and you're going to have that happy home, you're going to celebrate that milestone, you're going to have that twin flame union and that twin flame reunion, because the Four of Wands is right here for you, okay? That is what it's all about. Four of Wands, okay? This is the end result for you. So I like what I'm seeing for you, okay? I'm very much liking this. There's justice here for you. Justice is coming for this King of Pentacles and this Queen of Cups. These two wonderful counterparts that are building their lives on this, Ten of Cups. And they have these paranoid people who now, Seven of Swords in reverse, want to come clean. They want to come clean because they know there's no way out. They know there isn't. There's no way out because they're too paranoid. The Nine of Wands in reverse. These illusions have been shattered. Justice is here for these people. You're a Page of Wands. You're too inspirational, okay? You already had your action plan come into play. Nine of Wands, the bravery that you went through, what you endured, was seen by so many people that they can't but have any else admire you, okay? Because you continue to stay in this Eight of Pentacles. You still continue to remain hardworking. You continue to be persevering. You continue to master your craft, even after you were attacked, even after you went down, even after you got back up, okay? And that's why Six of Swords, you didn't fight back. You just said, fuck this, I'm leaving this behind. You doing that now causes this Five of Wands amongst these people because you obviously don't care what they say. They needed you to care because that's how they would get their energy. They wanted you to be the type of person who's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. But you just did not give a fuck and you built on your own. Now you don't need it. You did it all by yourself. And this causes this Empress in reverse, whoever thought they were going to replace you, to be very, very depressed, Sun in reverse. They're very negative over there. Very negative, okay? They're very much lacking balance, okay? Coming off very overindulgent, probably using a lot of heavy drugs. And, now we're burnt out and exhausted because there's nothing else they can do. So people have no choice but to come clean. And that is the end result. These people coming clean, okay? And you getting the justice you deserve, okay? So love you guys. I'll see you at 11 p.m. I like this read. This is a good one, okay? So see you later. Bye.